This is Mods and Mock Talk, Episode 2. Before we begin, wanted to give you an update on the mountain biker. He had a broken wrist, but now he's A-OK and has been cleared from the hospital. This is the hospital from the LEGO City line, originally released back in January 2022. It will be a retired product by the end of the year. So I've been holding off on buying this because of its price tag, but when I found it half off at Target recently, I decided to pick up one and build it, and was inspired by it just by the colors, the shaping, the little bit of realism. You got the delivery room, an MRI room, so it's pretty neat. But not all that complete. Like, for example, it's missing an ER. So I saw potential in this set and said, hey, since it's 50% off, I might as well buy some more. So that's what I did. I got 3 of these. And in a future video, I'm going to be building a 3x hospital. Kind of a mega version of this. So looking forward to that. But it's not going to be in this video. What I'm going to be focusing on in this video is a tutorial on how to mod this GWP from this year to this. When I originally acquired this as a GWP back in February, I didn't realize the color scheme and design was similar to that of the ambulance in this hospital set. So that's pretty cool. And I like the 4x4 off-roading idea. So that's why I further tuned it into this. And I did some more mods since the last time that you've seen this. And I'll show you all of the details here shortly. Now, before I dive in too deep into that mod, I wanted to show you some of the other ones that I've been working on recently. Well, the knee mod to Optimus Prime, that was about a year ago. And in fact, that was when my channel was first getting started. The head mod to the upscaled LEGO minifigure, that was recent and featured in my Mods and Mock Talk Episode 1. Now, you may be wondering what's going on with this mess. That's going to be my LEGO Ideas challenge entry for the 2K drive. So I'll talk about that in a moment. This was my entry to Me, Myself, and I challenge. There's been a winner selected already, and mine did not make the cut. But hey, I still like it. Maybe I'll find some other use for it. And I just like how you can slide down some minifigures down the slope. Just something fun to play with. So obviously this is a work in progress. The ideas of the 2K challenge is to create a street type racing vehicle with 300 pieces maximum. LEGO encourages the design to be wacky in addition to being cool and original. So I've got a 2-seater here. I was considering building a car, or the pizza man and his pizza box there beside him in the front seat. Now, the scale of this thing is going to be similar to a Speed Champions 8 stud wide vehicle. So that's what I'm going for. Now, I was originally thinking about a car, but realized that my minifigure sits up way too high for a car. So I decided on making a sauced up pizza delivery truck. So instead of a souped up car, it's going to be a sauced up pizza delivery truck. The reason my minifigure sits up so high is because I've got this plate built chassis, not just one of these specialized chassis pieces that are used in the Speed Champions line. So that's why minifigures up high, right behind the pizza steering wheel. We've got the Lambo doors. And I'm particularly proud of these gold wheels and how I managed to fit a gold stud right where the center hub would be. This truck is powered by a coal-fed pizza oven, a V8 that puts out 500 Lego horses, and also cooks your pizza. However, when you're on the track, you don't have time to eat a pizza, so you're going to launch it at competitors in front of you, like that. Still working out the mechanics here, but that's the idea. So I'm pretty satisfied with how the striping of the plates pretty much line up with the pizza box decorations on the sides. And though I haven't worked on the rear, I plan on it being a flatbed truck and maybe having a sauce slick out the back for those pesky tailgaters. So I'm hoping to have this project complete and submitted by the deadline, which is August 1st. The rest of this video will be a mod tutorial. I'll include the parts list into the description of this video if you're interested. So everything through step 21 is per the manual. Step 22 is where I start making some changes. So there's 2 1x2 teal plates and 2 1x2 dark gray plates with modified plates. And I'm not going to use those colors. I'm going to use those same pieces, but in white. Next, step 23 has us adding 2 1x6 teal plates and some modified 1x2 plates for the mirrors. I'm not going to use those, and instead I'm going to use these pieces. So I've got a 1x3 plate in white, this corner panel, 1x2 panel, and a 1x2 modified plate with clip. That'll be for the mirror. And I'll do the same on the other side. All right, there's what we've got so far. On to step 24. So we're adding a 1x2 teal plate. That's what I'll do. But instead of using this piece, I'm going to use all 4 of these pieces. So a 2x4 plate, 1x2 brick, 1x1 brick, and a 1x1 brick with Technic cross pin hole. It doesn't really matter what color you use, but I used medium stone gray there, and I'm going to attach it right there. All right, we're now on step 25. We're going to do exactly as the instructions tell us. Placing the engine block, I guess. Step 26 has you adding these medium stone gray cylinders. I'm not going to do that. That's kind of like the suspension, but instead I'm going to add fenders. So I have to confess that I lied to you earlier. I actually don't use these pieces. So let me remove those jumper plates. And instead I'm going to be using 1x2 black plates and actually stacking them up 2 plates tall to allow clearance of the fenders over the tires. So that's what I'll do for step 26. All right, step 27 has us adding this snot brick, which we'll go ahead and do so. But we're not going to add these plates. Instead, we'll move on to step 28, adding these angled plates, just like that. Seems like I forgot to add this 1x2 ingot piece. I just left them orange. And now let's move on to bag 2. Step 29 has you adding the tailgate. Yeah, we're not going to use that one. So instead, we're going to use these pieces. So we're going to put these pieces together. I'm going to try to do it with one hand. Flip on some tiles. And then we'll clip it on to these bars. Just like that. Here we go, on to step 30. I'm going to use the same building technique, but instead of using the unprinted 1x2 rounded tiles. I'm going to use these decorated ones off of Bond's DB5. So this is what it's going to look like. Attach those on both sides. And step 31, I'm going to do exactly as they say. By the way, this is my modded version of the DB5, and I finally ordered some pieces to replace all of these 1x1 rounded pieces, so I think it will look smoother. Yeah, I think that looks a lot better. There's the before and the after. Here's what we got so far, and now we're on step 32. Now, instead of using these pieces, I'm going to use these ones. So I've got the 1x1 brick with horizontal clip, actually 3 of them, 2 on this side, 1 on the other, and a 1x1 brick with 1 knob. And the purpose for those is to hold some accessories, which I'll show you in just a minute. Those medical accessories include a defibrillator, an IV hookup. That heart, I think I got it from a CMF. The lion, was it? From the Wizard of Oz. And first aid kit. I'm not going to include a parts list for all these accessories, because I just kind of pulled them out of my other sets, like the sticker. I don't know where you would get that. The walkie-talkie does come included in the set. Correction, it's the Tin Man who has the heart, of course. So, step 33, I'm not going to use these pieces. Instead, I'm going to use these ones. So, I've got some windows with glass pane, just like that. Step 34 has us adding these black brackets and 1x6 plates, but we're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to use these guys. So I've got a 1x2 clear tile, this window panel, this kind of bracket. It's got 2 studs on the side. I'll attach it like so. This will be kind of like a window. You can view it as a permanent window, or maybe like a soft plastic window like Jeeps have. 1x4 tile, 1x2 plate, and we'll do the same on the other side. We're going to stop following the instructions for a little bit because the roof I have constructed is pretty much entirely modded. So let me give you the breakdown. Before I go any further, I forgot that I have to remove this 1x2 by 2/3 slope. That's not needed, because if you do have that in there, actually the gate won't close. So we're gonna leave that out, and we're gonna put the medic there, the paramedic, and see, he's pretty much the stop for the stretcher, and then the tailgate will close. It will stop once we add the roof. So that was one of the design flaws on the original, where the stretcher will just stick out the back because it'll stop on that dark stone gray roof tile, and that's what it looks like. In the original set, the accident-prone victim was riding the mountain bike, but I'm giving these mountain bikes to the paramedics. So I've got 2 on the roof here. One came from the set, and then this one came from the hospital. So the way I managed to have 2 on this roof squeezed in between, you know, these bars and such, was that I had to use some jumper plates. So let me break this down and give you a better view. So I'm using 2 1x8 plates in black, and then attaching these plates 4x6 with reduced studs. You get 1 in the GWP set, and then I got 1 extra one from, robbed it from another GWP. And we're gonna use these 1x3 jumper plates with 2 studs, and these 1x2 modified plates with clips. Gonna put it right there, and we'll do the same thing with this one. Next, I'm going to add 2 1x6 black plates like such. 1x2 modified plate with 2 clips, and some 1x2 2/3 slopes like that. This sub-assembly is composed of 2 1x1 plates with clips, 2 lightsaber hilts, and 1 bar piece, the shorter kind, not the standard long bar. And then we're going to build a light that will go over top of our tailgate and attach it like that. All we have to do now is attach the bikes, which are comfortably positioned there. Attach the roof. There we go. Now we've got that stop for the tailgate, and we also have a floodlight. Now let's continue working on the front. Moving on to step 38, we're not going to use those pieces. Instead, we're going to use this sloped piece right here, some wedge plates, one right here, and the mirrored image over here, and a 2x2 plate with 2 studs right in the middle. Next, we're going to add these corner tiles. One there, one here, and we've got these black 1x1 plates with clips. I'll put this one first, and the Harry Potter ones for the windshield wipers. Now, before I add on the front windshield, I'm going to add some detail to the interior for the driver. I think this was a spare piece from one of my Speed Champions sets. We've got a tachometer here. We'll add it right here. And as for the windshield itself, just follow the instructions, build it just like that. And there you have it. Even the roof, we're going to build it like the instructions show, just like this. All right, we are nearing completion. All that we have left are the wheels, the snorkel, the side mirrors. So these are all additional parts. The wheels are stock parts from the set, and some of these are from my own collection, some are from the set. I'll show you that in a moment. And just so you know, you can pose these wands to make it look like your wipers are turned on. All right, the mirrors are attached. Now for the snorkel, I used a teal tube just because that's what I had. I would recommend matching the macaroni elbows, which are titanium metallic. So we're going to attach this red Technic pin into that cross hole right there. Now this piece is used for the grill on the original model. We're going to use it as a brush guard here. So you'll need 2 extra of these 1x1 clips, and we'll attach it as such. And this new grill, which was previously used as a roof rack, I've added a 1x2 plate with 2 clips for fog lights. We've got some turn signals and headlights represented by 1x1 round tiles. And this assembly is built up using 2 1x4 plates in the fluorescent yellow, a 1x2 grill piece, and a couple of black studs. And I'm going to connect it just like that and attach it to those 2 studs showing on that snot brick. And there you have it. That's the completed model. That's what I get for building with one hand. There we go. Now it's centered. Well, that wraps up this video. Here's the parts list I've accumulated from this mod. Hopefully you have a lot of those pieces in stock in your inventory. Otherwise, I'll include it in the description of this video, and thanks for watching. Oh man, I just did my thumbnail for the video, but forgot the exhaust tips and license plate bracket. So the exhaust tips are made up of 3 pieces. The bracket piece comes with this GWP. The other 2 you're going to have to source out, but it's just like that, and then we'll attach it underneath. There we go. The license plate bracket is composed of 2 pieces. This 1x3 silver metallic tile, I used one of the spare license plates from the DB5 again, and we're going to go ahead and attach it underneath. There we go. Now we're officially done.